If I have seen further than others, it's by standing on the shoulders of giants. Sir Isaac Newton, a scientist, said this quite some years ago, but that reality remains true today. As I reflect on my love for reading, my love for books, my passion especially for Caribbean literature and Black writing, I reflect on Sylvia Dennis Gilfillian. I am looking at her work today, The Road to Timnath, The Road to Timnath, and Sylvia Dennis Gilfillian, who is the author of this work, she was my A levels English teacher. And she helped me develop this passion, this love for the written word and for the discussion of anything Black, anything cultural, anything that truly embraces what it means to exist in the African diaspora. This particular work that she wrote and published is very dear to me. She asked me to be one of the readers, one of the editors of the work, and I have done that with passion, right? And with a great amount of love and commitment to the task. It is a work that is definitely worth reading. And I'm just going to introduce you in brief to Sylvia Gilfillian. And I'm also going to give you a little bit of information on the actual work itself. So I'm reading from the back of the book because I think it's quite informative what is stated here, and it will bring some elucidation to what it is I am trying to convey. So it says that Sylvia Gilfillian is an educator and writer who has influenced numerous successful professionals working in education, law, and journalism today, and I am testament to that. She has taught both in Jamaica and the USA and has a passion for sociolinguistics and creative writing. In her writing, she experiments with the total language continuum of her homeland, Jamaica, and allows her complex characters to tell their stories in the language of the heart that comes naturally to them. Her characters range from the unlettered to the erudite, but each character occupies the page with equal presence, regardless of language. Her purpose is to present to the world the often disregarded, marginalized, but psychologically complex human beings who are not the Jamaicans of tourist brochures. They are the keepers of culture and memory who are often used as inspiration for storytelling, but too often remain on the fringes of events. She is a graduate of the University of the West Indies, where she received 2 departmental awards in English as an undergraduate student and a graduate scholarship. She is also a graduate of the Farley Dickinson MFA program and has taught college in both Jamaica and the USA. The Road to Timnath is her debut novel, and it was shortlisted for the Una Marsden Prize in 2015. The sequel to this novel is being worked on. So The Road to Timnath is really precious because it has come from the heart of this woman who has influenced me. Hers is one of those shoulders I stood on. She is one of those giants who has truly influenced quite a few of her past students who, like she said, are now professionals contributing in worthwhile ways. Now, I wanted to give you an idea of what the book is all about. Firstly, I want to let you know that it is again written in nation language. A good chunk of this word is written in the Jamaican patois. And so, for those of you who are adventurous, who love to indulge into the language of the Caribbean islands, then certainly this is a work for you. But to give an idea of what it is all about, it tells the story of Audrey Matthews. When Audrey Matthews finally agrees to meet the adult son that she left behind as an infant in Jamaica, she opens a Pandora's box of trouble. She learns that her son, who is now a young Baptist minister, has left troubles of his own behind. She returns to Jamaica with him to shield him from the consequences of his actions and is taken back on a journey to the past that is as complex as it is revealing. In this novel, The Road to Timnath, which is told in the first and third person voice, Audrey Matthews meets her son, James John Whitehead III, and is forced to once again experience the horror of his father's murder. This young man, who is known as Jimmy, looks and sounds so much like his dead father that at first Audrey struggles with sexual attraction to him, to her very son. When he introduces his fiancée to her and suggests that they get married in front of her, he is trying to make up for their years of separation. Audrey leaps at the opportunity, believing that her involvement in the wedding plans will wipe away her inappropriate response to her son. She and her best friend Myrna pay for a small intimate ceremony and send the couple off for a week in the Bahamas. While they are gone, Audrey receives a call from Jimmy's great uncle. He reveals that Jimmy's childhood best friend, who is the granddaughter of the family's housekeeper, has given birth to a baby girl named and has named Jimmy as the father. The journey home is a journey back to the turn of the 20th century when the family patriarch, Reverend James John Whitehead I, was conceived as a result of the rape of a local teenager by the middle-aged Scottish pastor of the local Moravian church. Oh, don't you want to read this book? There are so many twists and turns to the plots. There are so many things that you can bite into, sink your teeth into. Because this work actually is one of those, like Paul Marshall's Praise Song for the Widow, that marries the Caribbean with the American, speaks about the impacts of migration on children left behind, speaks of the disconnection in relationships between parents and children when they are forced to live in different countries. It really offers a lot of intricate details, and it will keep you gripped and truly just enchanted for the entire read. So I really want to recommend this one and hope that you will go out and purchase it. It should be available on Amazon or in your local bookstores, but it's a wonderful, fascinating story of Jamaica, America, and all of the intricacies of migration. Thank you so much for joining us again on English Expressions with Dr. Steph. As you might know, for the month of February 2024, Black History Month, I am coupling my love of African clothing with my love of books. And so we are celebrating Black creative expressions. I hope to see you next time.